What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video for you guys, and I am going to be doing my part two of my breast reduction video. I know that you guys have been waiting for this video. You guys have been asking me a ton of questions. I kind of put everything in order because it's a lot to talk about, and I don't want to like confuse you guys or like backtrack or anything like that. So I do have it written down on my phone, so I'm going to go ahead and read off of that. I'm losing my voice or something is happening. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna read off of my phone. Oh my god, my phone's about to die. Really? I swear to you guys, something's always about to die when I'm trying to film. If it's not my battery, then my memory card gets full, my phone is dying, my damn ring light blew out. Okay, I don't even have a fucking ring light. I'm using one, you guys, I'm using one box light. Okay, just one. Anyways, I need to find my charger because I have literally 3%. That's just beautiful. That's my life. Okay, you guys, so I'm all plugged in. If my hair looks crazy, I'm sorry. I haven't like done it today, and I worked today, and this is what's going on. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay, you guys aren't here for the looks anyways. You guys are here for my breast reduction, essentially my breast. You guys are here for my breast. So I guess we can start in the beginning, like every story, right? You start in the beginning. Let's start with how this all started. Yeah, so I went to go see my doctor because my breast, I've been wanting to get this done for years. Okay, like a long time. Let me scoot back. A long time. And I mean, since I was like a teenager, I wanted to get this done, but your girl didn't have like $10,000. And my parents damn sure weren't gonna pay for it. So I just, you know, dealt with them, and at that time they were fine. It wasn't until I had a baby that they kind of like sagged down and just got ugly and disgusting and unbearable. And I won't say the worst thing, okay, you know, like it's natural, it is, but I just wasn't happy with my body. And so I knew it was something that I wanted to do for a long time. So I made an appointment with my primary doctor, and I let her know the issues that I was experiencing. Then she had to examine me. So she looked at my breast, and for my frame, they were too big for me. They were causing me back problems. They were causing me breathing problems. I could never ever sleep on my back. I would wake up with like lung problems, like feeling like there was like someone sitting on my chest all night. You know when you like smush a pillow and you've been laying on it for a long time, and then when you get up it kind of like slowly starts to like go back to its shape. Like I felt like that's what would happen to my lungs at night when I'd sleep on my back. That's how I'd feel in the morning. So she referred me to a plastic surgeon. I made an appointment with the surgeon, and I drove down there, and I had my evaluation with him. He took his measurements, he asked me a bunch of questions, and he did agree that I needed a breast reduction, and he agreed that I had lost a lot of volume in my breast. I'm like so terrified to show you guys a picture of what they look like. I have it in my phone, but it's bad. Like I just don't even know if I want to put myself out there like that, okay? Because people out there are so mean. They be trying to comfort me, and they be trying to comfort me with my makeup, like, oh, she's cute, but what does she look like without makeup? Good, bitch, okay? I look absolutely fine.
Bitch, I look good. Wish your bitch would say I'm not on point. Bitch, you crazy, you blind. Girl, you're losing your sight.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyways, they are bad. They were really bad. And so the surgeon agreed, and so what the next step was to take photos. They had to take photos of my breast from certain angles, and then they had to submit it to my insurance, because I did go through insurance because the bitch don't got $10,000. It took about a week, and I received a phone call telling me that I have been approved. So I jumped for joy. I almost threw my phone across the room. I was just like so excited. They called me on a Friday, and so I had to wait a whole weekend dying, like just wanting to make my appointment. But yeah, it came Monday. I was like on it. I called and then made the appointment, and made the appointment for my my pre-op. Okay, so that's the next step. So once you get your approval, you have to go in for a pre-op. I had a pre-op with my surgeon, and I had a pre-op with the anesthesia department. And that was over the phone. They asked a series of questions about my health and my history, just to make sure that there was nothing major that they needed to know or anything that was conflicting. I had a series of questions with my surgeon. If I'm looking down, sorry, I'm just trying to follow along with, I kind of planned this out. So I had a pre-op with my surgeon. At that time, I was able to ask the questions that I had, which I had a list, and I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of these type of videos on YouTube and read stories about girls who went through this, and so I had a bunch of questions for him. He broke out his notepad and he was ready. They let me know what I couldn't do. There's certain medications. They give you a list of medications that you can't have and things that you can't do, what you need to bring with you as far as clothing, because they will be dressing you, because you are going to be asleep. So once the surgery is done, they need something that is super easy for them to just slide onto you. Nothing that goes over your head. It needs to go over your feet and up, so you can't be lifting your arms. So I just brought a nice big loose t-shirt that they could just put on me. Had me watch a video that explained the procedure and everything and made sure I understood, and I had to sign off that I was shown that video. I'm pretty sure a lot of plastic surgery places do that. It's like the board of plastic surgery video, so I think it's just like all over. So I had to watch that, and then I was on my merry way back home and just kind of mentally preparing myself for what was happening. It didn't feel real yet. The closer I got to my surgery, it did. I let my mom know that I had got approved. She knew that I wanted to do it, but she was very hesitant about it. She didn't want me to do it at all because I'm fragile and I take after her, and so she just, in her mind, I was just gonna crumble. In her mind, you know, everything was gonna go wrong, and just it wasn't gonna be a great experience for me. But she knew how much I wanted to get it done, and so, you know, she supported me, and she came around and she actually prayed with me before my surgery. So, and she was there. So yeah, so, you know, my family, it was really just my mom that was hesitant about it. My dad didn't know. I didn't want to worry him, so I actually didn't tell my dad, which I feel really bad because he didn't find out until the day of surgery. Like, he found out I had surgery, and then he worked in the hospital that I had the surgery in, so when he found out, he came to my recovery room, and I felt really bad, but I just really didn't want to worry him. Like, you know, I just didn't. And I didn't want anyone talking me out of it. I didn't need anyone else trying to talk me out of it. You know, I was already like struggling just to keep my mind in like doing it. I was, you know, trying not to find every reason to not do it. I was happy. I was in fear. I was excited. I was scared. I was just everything. I was a mess during that wait period. I had to wait about a month in between. So from the date that I had my pre-op, I had to wait about a month until my surgery. So that's a lot of time to brew and a lot of time to have a lot of thoughts about a lot of things, but also a lot of time to do research, you know, and look at the positive side. Nearing the part of my surgery, I just kind of started to get really positive and try to just like, you know, think positive. And you know, what you put out into the air, into the universe, comes back to you. So I didn't want to put fear, I didn't want to put worry, I didn't want to put bad thoughts out. I wanted to put positivity, excitement, and that everything was going to go fine, so that the universe could give that to me on my surgery. Now, my fiance, he was all for it. He knew how long I wanted to get this done. In the beginning, the way that I used to word it, I used to say, I'm gonna get rid of these boobs. I don't want these boobs. I don't need them. They could just take them all. Like, and of course, men love, well, he loves boobs. He loves my boobs. So that wasn't something he wanted to hear. So I think it was just the way that I used to say it. But, you know, once he really knew what was going on, and, you know, they weren't just gonna chop my boobs all the way off, he was more for it. And he knew how bad I wanted to do it, so he was really all for it, and positive and encouraging. And every time I had a worry, just reassuring me that, you know, it's not a major surgery. They're not cutting deep into my body. Like, it's just, they're just taking tissue out and stitching me back up, you know. So every time he said that to me, it just calmed me. It just made me realize, like, it's not a major surgery, and people do this every single day. Like, people go under anesthesia every single day for 16-hour surgeries, you know what I mean? And this was just 5 hours. So fast forward to May 22nd, 2018, my surgery day. So I had to be up by 4 a.m. because my surgery was at 7:20. I packed my little bag the night before. You do have to wash with the antiseptic soap. They do have you pick that up. It is over the counter, and I had to wash with it the night before and the morning of. I had to take out all of my jewelry, hence why you guys haven't seen this piercing, because I had to take it out and it closed, and I'm really mad and it was really painful. I might try to reopen it myself. Got to the hospital, had to do registration. I had to pay my hospital copay, which for my insurance was $150. I have really good insurance, so you know, I don't know what it'll be for you, but mine was $150. I got taken to the area where the surgery rooms are, the operating rooms are, and I had to get my IV put in, which they numbed me first, which is really awesome because I hate needles. I freak out, okay? I kicked a guy one time when he was trying to take my blood, and I felt so bad. I was like low-key embarrassed, but not really, because I was kind of like, you deserved it because you fucking poked me. It's really bad. I don't like needles, so you can imagine I jumped for joy when she told me that she was numbing me first. I was just like, what? That was awesome. They numbed me up. I didn't feel a thing. I felt a little prick from her numbing me, but that was it. Gave me a warm blanket because my ass was out and I was cold. My surgeon came. He took me in the room and did all the measurements and all the drawings on me, so he knew where to cut and all that good stuff. The anesthesiologist came in after, explained everything to me, what he was going to be doing. I have my questions, my concerns. Make sure they have the medication for malignant hyperthermia. Now, it is a rare condition, but you just want to be better safe than sorry. Just do your homework. Make sure they got what they need so they can save your ass if anything happens, if anything goes left. So he did have that on the table. And I wasn't really nervous. Like, once my mom prayed with me, all of my like nerves and everything just kind of like really calmed down. They walked me to the OR and went into the operating room. There were about like 5 people in there. They've got nurses and the anesthesiologist and the doctor. They lay your arms out like this. He put the Versed, the calming medicine, into my IV, and that's all I remember. Like, I didn't even get to the part where they like put the anesthesia on me or anything, or put the anesthesia on me, put the anesthesia in my IV or like anything, or the mask on my face. Like, I didn't make it to none of that. Mind you, I didn't get no sleep the night before. I got like 2 hours of sleep, I think. So I was already ready to go. So once they gave me that, I was done. I was like, they do put a tube in your throat. So fast forward to recovery. My dad's there, to my surprise, and my fiance told him, which I'm happy he did. Like I said, I feel really bad. My fiance was there, and I just felt like I had to pee really bad, like bad. That's one of the things that they actually want to make sure that you can do. When you come off of anesthesia, it's like your insides are still sleeping, even though your brain is awake. It's like your body could still be asleep inside. They want to make sure that that's all functioning right. I was still out of it and like groggy, but I remember them slipping a bedpan, and I just remember like just peeing, you know, just letting it out. Like, I had to be so bad. I didn't care who was around, okay? Freaking president could have been around. I didn't care, okay? I had to pee. Then I came to a little bit more. They asked what my pain level was. I said it was a 4, but I did have breathing problems. I felt like someone was sitting on my chest for 5 hours. They told me it was normal, but it wasn't, and I was already anemic, so I believe that me losing the blood that I lost contributed, even though I didn't lose a lot. When you're anemic, any little loss of blood can affect you tremendously. And on top of that, I did develop hematomas, which is basically internal bleeding. It's trapped. You're bleeding, but it can't go anywhere because there's no exit. You know what I mean? So I wasn't bleeding internally where it's like the ones that's fatal, but it was like these wounds that they had created inside and sewed me back up. Some of the vessels weren't clotting, and so I was continuing to bleed, and this went on for like 3 days. And I sent them photos, and my surgeon said absolutely it's a hematoma. So that contributed to my anemia. And you know, when you're anemic, you have low blood count, and when you have low blood count, you have low oxygen. That means that your body has to work harder to compensate for what's missing, which means my lungs have to work harder, which means I constantly felt like I needed more air that I wasn't getting. So it was very, very hard. My chest felt so tight and I struggled. I cried. I fell into a little depression. I was really going through it. You guys don't even know the half of it. But don't think that that's gonna happen to you just because it happened to me. That was, you know, special to me because my health problems and my own, you know, state of health that I was in prior to my surgery, I had to do some breathing exercises and things like that. I had to eat a lot of leafy green foods and iron-rich food, and I started an iron supplement. So I'm not where I was before, but I'm getting there. It's progress, you know, I'm up. You guys see I'm way better than I was in my last video. So definitely improving. So I am going to show you guys my incisions now because that's what you guys have been waiting for, right? You guys want to see some boobies. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm going to show you guys my incisions. I'm going to try not to show you my nipples and turn this into soft porn, okay? We don't want that here on this channel. They are a bit sore right now, but they are doing great. They are doing beautifully. I did not keloid, which is a worry for African American skin. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus, I did not keloid. I'm just starting to massage, and I just got clearance to get regular bras. So you guys will stop seeing me in this ugly ass thing because I'm tired of wearing it. Honestly, I'm just over it. I want my regular bras. I can't have wire yet. You cannot wear wire bras, I think, for up to 6 months to a year. Enough talk. I'm going to show you guys my yetas, my elbows. Any questions you guys have, feel free to ask me. No negative comments, okay? Please, like, it's 2018. Like, just get over it. Plastic surgery is a thing. People have their own reasons of why they do it. You don't have to understand because it's not your body. You don't have to understand. If you're not going to support or say anything positive, you know the golden rule: if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Keep them to yourselves. Write them down in a journal. Tell your best friend. Yell at the screen, but just don't comment. Talk to God, okay? That's why I talk to God, okay? Lord, why did she do this? Why did she do this to her body? Talk to him, okay? Okay, if you guys like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and make sure you guys turn on your post notifications so you are aware every time that I upload. I'm trying to get it together for you guys, okay? Because I'm so sorry I disappear all the time, but I love you guys, and thank you so much for joining me today and watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Okay guys, so these are my incisions. These little markings will fade. This is just from the internal incisions pushing through my skin, but these will fade. I'm only a month and some weeks out, so I have a lot of healing to do. But you can see how beautiful and flat they are. It is still numb here. This nipple doesn't have any filling at all. I forgot to mention that. And this is the side. This is underneath. Just beautiful. This is the side, which usually looks really ugly, but his incisions were just like God's hand, like, guided them. This is the boob that had the hematomas, 3 of them. So this one looks a little bit more bruised, but you can see still how flat my incisions are. I still have a little tape here. They use tape to really help your incisions heal flat. This one, I still have dry skin because I haven't really been able to put anything on them. I'm going to start doing the essential oils though. And like vitamin E and things like that to kind of help my skin improve because it's been so dry for a while. But yeah, look how flat they are. And then eventually these little like hyperpigmentation areas are going to fade. This is what they look like in the front. So this side is still pretty lifted. I've got a lot of scar tissue in this one because of the hematoma. So this has got to go away right here. This is one of the other incisions, and it's just so flat and beautiful, and I don't know, I'm just so grateful that it came out so good because I saw some horrific pictures. So, and this is the other side again. These little areas are from the ruffles in this surgical bra. This is what it's looking like, and it's beautiful. And this is just a month and some weeks in, so imagine in 6 months where this will be. It's just going to be amazing. Like, it's already faded. It's already fading, and the redness is normal. They get red, and then the red starts to fade, and that's it. So, there you go. I hope I didn't show you guys too much.